60 remaining. This ring will sell out. The martini earrings, which is funny, Carol had to share with me the name of the collection because when you turn the earring on its profile, it looks like a martini glass. They are priced at $249.90. They are new to this collection and they're on 5 flexible payments. You get them home for only $49.98. Wow. Now, Carol, okay. Hard enough to get the brilliant round for the center stone, accented with all of these gorgeous gems, because you used Tsavorite garnet, the king of garnets. You use the crystal clear white zircon, but then to find enough of the earring to make up for it.
No, it's unheard of.
It really is. I've been around long enough to know that.
And there's so many times during the year where I want to bring Apatite because I'm obsessed with the color. Look at the color of that neon blue. It is the color of excitement. It is the color of passion. Now, with the earring, I just want to show you something. I want you to see the martini shape of this earring. So I'm holding it in my hand first. We're going to look at it on Sonia. You see the way it fills the earlobe? That is because of this martini setting. So now imagine, when you're wearing this earring, like Sonia's wearing it, and I just put one in my ear, but first, okay, sorry, I'm going crazy with our cameraman. See how this looks like a martini cup? What that does is, you've got a point on the bottom, and then the whole top is the surface. That means that when you put this earring in your ear, and I'm gonna show it to you in my ear now, it means that it perfectly sits in the ear and it doesn't pull down. How amazing is it to be able to wear a stud earring, look at this, that fills your earlobe, that never pulls down, that's face forward, and that's electric. It's on fire. Think about, I mean, can you imagine you're wearing this earring and you're going all over because you live in your stud earrings, right? They're like unbelievable. And you're getting a gemstone that no one's ever seen or heard of.
Minor detail. There's only 30 of these. Listen.
Oh no.
And that's because Carol could only procure a small parcel of the gemstones, the center stones. This is an exciting opportunity for you. We brought in the best of the best, not only Carol and her collection, brand new things you've never seen with such a great designer inspiration. So again, the Neon Apatite, rare to the collection, rare to, you know, not just Carol Brodie's Rarities, but rare to the earth. And then we